शुरू हो गया।
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. So, good afternoon, Omari sir. Uh, we will start our session after a few minutes.
Okay, good afternoon, Dr. Prajapati.
Ji, sir.
Okay.
So, once again, welcome you all in the 9th session of this FDP. And good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you all in this FDP Research Oriented Technical Writing 2026. Today, we are honored that we have Dr. Omari Gupta sir with us. We are grateful Dr. Omari Gupta sir for kindly accepting our invitation and sparing his valuable time with us. Now, with your permission, sir, now I would like to briefly introduce our esteemed speaker. Dr. Omari Gupta sir has earned his PhD degree in electrical from IIT Roorkee, India in 2017. Awarded prestigious
सुनिए मैम, प्रिंटर ऑन है ना? प्लीज पेज पता नहीं क्यों नहीं लिया।
Yeah. Sorry for the disturbance. So Dr. Omari Gupta has earned his PhD degree in electrical engineering from IIT Roorkee in 2017. He was awarded the prestigious Canadian Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Scholarship, which enabled him to conduct research at Ontario Tech University, formerly University of Ontario Institute of Technology, in Canada as a visiting researcher in 2017. Since 2018, Dr. Gupta has been an assistant professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering at NIT Jamshedpur, India. Dr. Gupta co-founded the Electrical Power and Renewable Energy Conference EPREC series and has authored and edited 7 books. His academic contributions include more than 120 publications, in which 49 journal papers and 2 patents granted. He serves on the editorial boards of Electric Power Components and System, as well as Springer Nature Journal, Scientific Reports, and he is a senior member of IEEE. His research interest includes power system protection, microgrid, renewable energy based distributed generation, and electric power quality. We are indeed privileged to have such an accomplished academician and researcher with us today. On behalf of the organizing committee and all the participants, I extend a very warm welcome to you. Without taking much of your valuable time, sir, now I would request Dr. Omari Gupta, sir, to kindly deliver today's lecture. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Prajapati. I hope that you are able to listen to me. It's quite audible out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can share your screen, sir.
Yes. Thank you so much. While I share my screen, let me switch off my cameras for better streaming, right? So
Yeah,
that there
okay, sir.
won't be any disturbance later on. Please let me know if you are able to see the PPT. Is it visible now?
It is, yeah, visible, sir, visible.
So let me take it to the first page and then I'll make it full screen. Once it is in full screen mode, please let me know. Is it now?
It is in full screen mode, sir.
Okay, okay. So thank you so much. I thank the organizing committee of ROTW 2026, especially Dr. Prajapati and Dr. Saran Satsangi. And I welcome all the participants in this discussion today on plagiarism issue and introduction to a plagiarism checking tool. There can be many aspects while we discuss plagiarism, and there can be many arguments too, because we cannot set a hard boundary that beyond which there will be plagiarism, below which there won't be any plagiarism, right? And similarly, while we say so, there can be different classifications that how we can classify the plagiarism, right? There can be intentional plagiarism, there can be unintentional plagiarism, self-plagiarism, complete plagiarism, right? Many types, and user may create their own classifications too. But the ultimate thing is that in the today's era, where we have to publish a lot of things while getting our degree, there are several mandatory or obligatory things that you have to publish in such and such journal or conference papers. So it is recommended that before going for any kind of submission, you please check the plagiarism. And therefore, there must be an idea that how we can utilize any plagiarism detection tool. So today's discussion is all about that. So let me briefly discuss about the plagiarism. What is a plagiarism? And then we'll further move ahead. As per the definition provided by the University of Oxford, that presenting any work or any idea from the source which is not your own source, with or without the consent of the original author, and by incorporating it into your work, claiming it your work without acknowledgement, will be called plagiarism. That means someone else owns the right of that particular work, and you are anyhow utilizing it and claiming it your own work, and that too without giving any due credit to that original author, will be called plagiarism. There can be many other definitions in this sense, right? But this is the one provided by. So in other words, what you can see, it is simply a theft. That's it. You are taking something out of any other's work and claiming it in your own publication or paper. This applies to even say single phrase, and that limits up to 5 words or more. Yes, so this creates a boundary that normally what we do below 5 words out of any sentence, if there are less than 5 words, they are matching with any other documents 5 words, less than 5 words, that will not be considered as plagiarism. It is assumed that there are possibilities that any 3 or 4 words may match to that of any other words, 3 or 4 words, consecutive words, right? So therefore, this is the boundary that 5 words or more, if you copy from someone else's work, will also be considered. Or a sentence, obviously comprising of more than 5 words, as well as more substantial section of the source, right? So you cannot copy anything out of the others work. Other than that, any ideas or materials taken from another source, okay, for either written or oral use, if you even utilize it to present somewhere else, that must also be fully acknowledged. Unless the information is common knowledge. Common knowledge can be, what can be common knowledge? The sky is blue, isn't it? New Delhi is the capital city of India. Isn't it? So that is common knowledge. This need no acknowledgement, right? So you can utilize it. What is considered common knowledge? Yes, this may also differ from course to course and person to person. But someone may say that this is not a common knowledge, this is a common knowledge, right? So that is again arguable, or discussion may go on regarding the same. Correct? Then types of plagiarism. We should understand that what can be the classification of plagiarism. So as per this particular website, Grammarly, it can be of the following types. And out of these, they were listed out there. And there is new kind of plagiarism nowadays, people say, that is AI plagiarism. Why have I highlighted? Because it was not listed out there earlier, but now they may have listed it as well. So complete plagiarism, that can be one of its kind. There can be direct or verbatim plagiarism. There can be paraphrasing, and this sometimes is recommended by the teacher as well, that you please reduce the plagiarism by paraphrasing several sentences or sections, right? So this paraphrasing is kind of a thing which may or may not come under plagiarism, correct? That we will discuss later on. And then there can be self-plagiarism. The chances are quite higher if you are writing again and again. If you have written, say, you are a research scholar or MTech student, and you are continuously writing different methods, developing new methods. And for that, you have to write a paper to get it published somewhere. Then initially, while you write first and second paper, you may not find self-plagiarism, but after several papers, you will definitely copy your own style. Even unintentionally, you will copy that. So that comes under self-plagiarism. So just because of this particular thing, one must check the prepared or new paper before submitting, check it with the plagiarism detection tool. There can be many detection tool, but check it first before submitting. And then patchwork plagiarism can also be there. Patchwork, many understand what is patchwork. And source-based plagiarism may be there. if you knowingly or unknowingly cite a different source than the original which should have been cited. That kind of plagiarism may also occur, source-based plagiarism, right? And then there can be accidental plagiarism. There are chances that there can be accidental plagiarism. So ultimately, there are several types listed out there: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the new one is 8. That is AI plagiarism. Nowadays, there are many AI tools readily available, and we also call them generative AI. They create content for you in a fraction of second or sometimes in a fraction of minute. Even you can prepare one complete presentation using the same, right? But that AI plagiarism is really a plagiarism. That is also point of discussion because it sometimes work as an assistant to you. And if the limit exceeds and you claim it, the generated content as your own, then there is a chance of AI plagiarism. Then let us first discuss complete plagiarism. That's quite simple thing, that whatever is prepared by someone else, you claim it as your own without changing anything in it. So claiming or submitting someone else's work in own name. Okay, the example, quite suitable example is given out there. Submitting a research paper for English class, there can be maths class or any other class that your elder sister wrote and submitted when she took the class 5 years ago. You can see here in this particular slide that the person sitting on a chair is copying from this desktop word by word, line by line, exactly whatever is written out there, and he is also writing the same. So this will be considered as complete plagiarism. That means you are not changing even the comma, and complete copy is there. Then there is direct plagiarism. And what do you copy? Some part, section, or paragraph of someone else's work, and you are not actually giving that particular person a full acknowledgement. Okay. So without acknowledgement, this will be treated as plagiarism. If you are giving due credit to this author, then that won't come under plagiarism. But the plagiarism detection tool will still be saying that it is copied from that particular source, even though you have uh, given him or her due credit. Okay. So these two things are quite different. Please understand that. But that comes under direct plagiarism. Then there is paraphrasing, as I was saying earlier. So that you rewrite anything, you reuse anything, and you restructure anything and present it as this is my own work. And such kind of thing will be considered as paraphrasing plagiarism. Okay. So rewrite, reuse, restructure of someone else's work or idea with modifications in some parts and keeping the original meaning will be considered as paraphrasing. Right. So what happens sometimes, this paraphrasing is also needed. Why needed? That yeah, whenever there is self-plagiarism, correct? You have written, say, 1, 2, 3 paper, and while you write fourth one, it is having some portions unintentionally from the previous three. So what do you have to do? Because this is obviously your own creation. These three were also from you. Now what you have to do? You have to go for paraphrasing. Why? because the copy is due to your own style. You cannot change your style sometimes, right? You may write it that similar style unintentionally in your next paper, for sure. It happens actually. So what you will do? You will use that paraphrasing. Why? Just to avoid 5 or more consecutive words that match with the previous document. Correct? So paraphrasing is recommended sometimes just to avoid your own or self plagiarism. But if you use someone else's work as it is and then make several modifications in its paragraph or any other thing, sentences, by using paraphrasing and claiming it your own creation, that will come under plagiarism. Okay, so paraphrasing has two aspects in this sense. Correct? I hope that you people are getting the idea. Then obviously there is self-plagiarism. Contents of one of the research articles be used in another article. There are again two aspects. One is intentional and unintentional. There can be two aspects. So if you are going for that, you do not know actually that your style is being copied from the previous paper, then you can solve it with the help of paraphrasing. But if you are doing it intentionally, and then even if you use paraphrasing, that will again come under plagiarism. Why? Because the idea is same. Intentional thing means that you copied your own idea that has already been published, and now you are, with the help of paraphrasing, reproducing it and submitting it in another journal. So that is again self-plagiarism. And even if you paraphrase, then still that will be called as paraphrasing. Okay, so self-plagiarism is contents of one of the research articles that you have already published and you are using it in another one. That will come under plagiarism. And while we say research article, that does not mean that research article only. That can be some kind of assignment. That can be some kind of other document that you prepare. That can be synopsis or any other thing, right? Then patchwork plagiarism. As you know that whenever there is a role, there is a patchwork practice. Normally they do just to maintain that particular role without even replacing the entire one. They do this patchwork. So changing, replacing, and leaving out a few words in someone else's work. That is, yes. Is there anything you want to ask? Okay. I think someone has left his or her mic in unmute mode. Please mute your mic. Yes, thank you. So this is slightly different than that of the previously discussed case, paraphrasing. In paraphrasing, what you are doing that rewrite, reuse, or restructure. While what you are doing, you are changing, replacing, and leaving out a few words in someone else's work, right? So you are not doing paraphrasing, rather patchwork. Okay, so that is one of its kind, and this is also to be avoided because in this case as well, the idea remains the same. The software may not detect it, software or tool may not detect it, but it is plagiarism. Okay. Then there is source-based plagiarism. Citing incorrect or improper source. That happens actually. Say, for example, if one of the research scholar is interested in working in, say, power system protection, right? So he or she will start studying the things. In power system protection, there are different kinds of relays. Say, for example, distance and then overcurrent and differential. There are many other, there several other may or a few other may also be there, quadrilateral or you can say static relays or digital relays. There can be other type or classification as well. But these conventional or basic relays are also there. But while you go and study these kind of relays, there will be n number of sources available. Source 1, source 2, source 3, 4 as well. Now, if you study something in this source number 3, which has taken some part of source number 1, correct? Now, utilizing the contents you have studied from this source 3 and then citing source 1. Are you getting my point? You are studying something from source 3 and then citing source 1 because it also has something stated about it, and the third source has also cited source 1. And what do you do? Instead of citing source 3, you are citing source 1. That will be considered as source-based plagiarism. So due credit must be given to the original author from where you have studied or taken the things or ideas, right? So the writer might reference a secondary source in their work, but only credit the primary source from which that secondary source is derived. Okay, so that kind of plagiarism will come under source-based plagiarism. Then there can be accidental plagiarism. The user is or the author is really unaware of the thing. When the writer didn't realize that they are plagiarizing someone else's work. Sometimes what happens that we call our research scholars to study previously published papers. Why? Because we call it literature survey. So before creating any idea, developing this literature survey must be done. Why? There are two reasons that you will be able to understand the state of the art. And second, the same idea that you are going to propose is already published or not. Say you are developing some relay based on the pilot, or we can say pilot relaying you are proposing, but someone else has already published 5 years ago. What is the meaning of proposing such kind of a thing? If the similar thing has already been published. So it is better to have a literature survey, study that what has been published already, whether similar kind of idea has already been proposed by someone else or not. Is it being utilized by the users or not? So that kind of study must be there to avoid accidental plagiarism. Right? So when the writer doesn't realize that they are plagiarizing someone else's work, such kind of plagiarism will be called accidental plagiarism. Then there is AI plagiarism. Nowadays, it's quite in trend. This refers to the act of using generative AI to create text, code, etc. and present it as your own original work. Now, this is really important. After this, the second part of this sentence. If you are creating something out of AI generative tool, nobody minds it. But if you claim it as your own, then it will be considered as plagiarism. Please note that nowadays the plagiarism detection tools are able to obtain AI plagiarism. They will immediately let you know whether the document has AI contents or not. So therefore, if there is any AI content and you have given due credit that this text has been generated using any AI generative tool, this text has been generated using AI generative tool, but authors have properly checked the contents. Okay, that although we generated this with the help of any generative AI generative tool, but we have checked that all the contents are correct and okay. Then this kind of disclaimer will avoid this to be a plagiarism. Otherwise, it is a plagiarism. It is cheating. That you are claiming that this is my work, but it's not your own work. Rather, you generated it with the help of AI. So while additional plagiarism involves, traditional rather, it's traditional that we were discussing before this, AI plagiarism, it involves copying existing human authors, but this AI plagiarism involves passing off non-human machine-generated outputs without proper disclosure or citation. And you can see you can go through this URL and there such kind of things are listed already. You can study it well. So ultimately, the thing is that even if you are creating some figure, some text, some paragraph, some sentence, whatever, if it is beyond a threshold, any plagiarism detection tool, whether it is Turnitin, Authenticate, or any other tool, cross-check, or any other tool, that will immediately detect the plagiarism based on AI as well as traditional plagiarism. Okay, they provide you two kinds of plagiarism, traditional as well as AI one. So both the reports will be generated. Both reports will be available to you. You can download AI plagiarism report and traditional plagiarism report. Correct. Now, in this particular AI plagiarism, there can be several questions. Can teachers detect if I use any particular ChatGPT or any other AI tool? Yes, with tools like GPT-0 or Turnitin, AI detection tools, teachers or any administrator can immediately detect it. Is AI content considered original writing? As I said, it depends. It's new text for sure, because n number of times if you generate anything, it will provide you new text each time. Even it won't copy its own text. But the ideas may be recycled. They do not generate the idea. Please note that. If you ask any AI tool that I am going to work in this power electronics area, I want to work on the converter side, and I want to create any new topology, please tell me the topology that I can use. So that new topology will not be provided. Rather, it can list the existing topologies available, right? Or it can suggest that this is how you can work, and then you can create on your own topology. Is using AI to help write cheating? Yes, it's cheating if you are hiding it or breaking the rules. Okay, so AI, use of AI is quite uh, dangerous if you do not clearly show that it has been generated using AI. Do I have to cite AI like a source? Yes, obviously, especially in academic or professional purposes. Whenever you write any new synopsis, document, proposal, paper, article, conference paper, journal paper, book chapter, book, anything. Okay. I think there must be something else. Yes, that later it will come. So what can be consequences? Consequences, they can be academic, professional, legal, professional, relationships, that is professional consequences, professional relationships, loss of credibility, and trust issues may also be there. Ethical consequences may also be there, and personal consequences be there. Okay. So plagiarism, regardless of the medium in which it occurs, written work, presentation, research paper, etc., can have significant consequences. Now you see, there are two different aspects of plagiarism. One is text and another is image. Normally, detected by tools, but image, it is not normally detected by the detection tools, AI plagiarism detection tools. You know that? So what happens? Sometimes author copy the images published by someone else, or the copy it from the documents published by someone else, but the text is totally new. That kind of thing is again plagiarism, and whenever it has been noticed or found, there can be any of these consequences to be faced by the author. You note that. This can easily be detected, text plagiarism, but image plagiarism is normally not detected, but it may be detected manually as well, or there are nowadays several tools developed just to check the similar kind of images, including the Google image as well. And what they do, if there is any suspicious publication has been submitted by someone else, some author, then what they do, if it is suspicious, they immediately check the images by searching it with the online tools. And they will immediately produce the documents containing the similar images. So it has been in a few occasions that we have also detected such kind of thing, that the image has already been there in previously published documents, and this author has completely copied it from there only without even changing any single line, So that was reported earlier too. So in that case as well, one may face academic, professional, legal consequences, professional relations, loss of credibility, trust issues. So anything, any consequences has to be faced. So here as well, pictorial view is also there. There can be reputation problem, money related consequences. One may lose his job and then salary will be stopped. Lawful effects may also be there. Some may file case against the author, and disappointment in the assessment may also be there. Okay. That is in scientific writing. So academic consequences, it's obviously a serious academic offense, and there can be penalties like failing the assignment if students submit the assignments, and failing the course, the teacher may take it quite seriously and one may fail in any particular case. And then academic problem probation, that may be sometimes extended. Many of you may know that initially when you join somewhere, you will be on probation initially. During probation period, they assess your performance. And during this period, if you are found copying something, someone else's work, and claiming it on your own, claiming it your own work, then you may face such kind of issue. Then suspension may also take place, and for very serious offense, there can be expulsion from the institute as well. Other than that, good academic institutions, they have strict policies against plagiarism to uphold their own academic integrity and promote original thinking, right? So that's the thing. Then professional consequences, it can be quite severe. It can lead to damage one's professional reputation and credibility, and plagiarism may harm your chances of obtaining employment somewhere else, or even you may lose the current one. Promotions may not be there and career advancement may not be there, right? So employers, they value integrity and originality, and discovering plagiarism can lead to terminate or loss of job opportunities as well. So ultimately, professionally or academically, it has been taken quite seriously that if someone is really copying the other's work, he or she should face serious consequences. Then there can be legal consequences as well. If the copyrighted material is used without the proper permission or attribution, the copyright holder has the right to take legal action, correct, against the plagiarizers, which may result in lawsuits, fines, or other legal penalties that will be decided by the court itself. IPR, intellectual property, IPR laws protect the rights of content creators, and definitely plagiarism violates these laws, correct? And then professional relationships, it may be damaged due to the damages in partnership and strained relationship in academic research and collaborative environment. That will definitely has serious issues later on. It can also damage your reputation among the peers and colleagues. And then there can be loss of credibility and trust that has already been considered previously in this previous slide as well. So plagiarism erodes credibility. It undermines your own intellectual abilities, portrays you as dishonest person, correct? So ultimately, these may be the consequences. Apart from that, there can be ethical consequences. The principle of honesty, integrity, and academic professional ethics, they goes against the principle of all these, the plagiarism. It devalues the original work of others and violates the rights of content creators. Engaging in this activity disregards the importance of academic and professional standards, and it may have long-lasting consequences that during your entire service period, there can be trust issues. There can be several other issues as well. You cannot even rub it out. Personal consequences, for example, it inhibits personal growth, learning, and the development of critical thinking skills. One uses copying the other's work, then there cannot be critical thinking anymore. By copying someone else's work, you miss the opportunity to enhance your own knowledge, creativity, understanding in the subject. And it can also lead to feeling of guilty, stress, and regret. And that too throughout the life. So these were a few consequences you would have understand that what type of plagiarism is there, what is plagiarism, and what can be the consequences to be faced if you go for any kind of plagiarism, right? So now how to actually check it? Now, if you have prepared any document, so there can be willingly or unwillingly several contents that are plagiarized with the published documents. So better to check it before submitting it to any journal or publication house. So checking will require plagiarism detection tool. So what are the steps? What is the procedure? We will now discuss on that very aspect. So checking plagiarism typically involves several steps. And the very first is to prepare the document. Obviously, you have to have a document which is to be checked for plagiarism. If you have a digital document, ensure it is in the format that can be uploaded or copied into a plagiarism detection tool, because the things should be in readable form. It can either be a Word file, it can either be a portable document file, it can either be it can or be text file, right? So any editable, sorry, readable file. Editable is definitely readable. So any readable file will be fine. Okay. So the extensions include .doc, .docx, .txt, that is text, and initial two are Word files, and PDF. .pdf is quite common. Even if you prepare your content with the latex, you will get this PDF file generated out of it. So anyway, the very first thing is prepare the document in readable form. Then, if you have physical document, you may need to convert it to a digital format. Say you have written in your own handwriting and you want to check the plagiarism. So the very first thing that you have to do, you have to convert it into a digital format by typing or scanning it. Then the second thing, understand the purpose. Why you actually wish to check the plagiarism? What is the ultimate purpose? Okay. So are you a teacher verifying a student's work? That can be one aspect. A researcher or someone ensuring the authenticity of a written document. Accordingly, you will choose the appropriate tool and the approach. Okay. There can be n number of tools available for the same. Then you pick the appropriate plagiarism detection tool. There can be Turnitin, there can be Grammarly, Authenticate, Copyscape, Smart SEO tools, Crosscheck, or any other thing, right? Crossref or any other thing. So there are several online plagiarism detection tools available. Some popular options include this: research, and then select a tool that suits your need, considering factors such as accuracy, cost, and user friendliness. These three are the attributes over which you will assess and then pick one out of these options available. So the steps involved up to now: prepare the document, understand the purpose, choose the plagiarism detection tool accordingly, then use the plagiarism detection tool. Once you have identified it, you use it, follow the instructions provided by the tools interface. This usually involves uploading the document, copying and pasting the text, or providing a URL if you are checking the online content. Some tools may offer additional features like advanced settings, citation checks, integration with popular writing platforms, etc. They may sometimes offer you grammar check or language check, or many other additional features may also be there. So that is why you have to choose the detection tool accordingly as per your requirement. So one snapshot of Turnitin software login screen is provided, that you have to have an email address registered with Turnitin, and then you enter the password and you will press login, and you will definitely be able to log in with the correct credentials. And if you forgot the password, click here. And if you need some help, you can click there. And if you are new to this, you can register here. Okay. Once you have uploaded the document by logging in into this plagiarism detection tool, then you have to wait for the results. Once you submit the document, the tool will analyze its contents and compare it, mind you, compare it against a database of existing sources, including published works, academic papers, and other online contents. Okay, so it explores each and every aspect, compares your work with the existing database, and then produce the report. The time taken for analysis can vary depending on the length of the document. If you are submitting a 4-page paper, 4-page document, it may take, say, 5 minutes. If you are some, yes, your voice is not quite clear. Are you asking something?
No, sir, I think wrongly see unmuted. You may continue.
Okay, okay. If you are uploading a thesis, it may take, say, 10 minutes or more. Right? And there can be options available to the user that the user may check one or generate one report per day or 2 reports per day. So it is better not to waste time. Once you have checked one report, you have to wait for one more day and then you upload the new document. Otherwise, it will accept the document but won't generate the report. And then review the plagiarism report. Once the report is generated after waiting period, then you analyze it completely. And the tool will generate this report. The report highlights any sections or the document that matches with the existing source and provides the percentage of similarity that you can see here, that this is the source, an online source with which 3% of your contents are matching. Similarly, other source is there, 2%, third source 1%. So it will show this list, complete list, the percentage which is highest will be shown or kept at first place, and then reducing order will be there, that you can see on your screen. Then you review the report to identify potential instances of plagiarism. Keep in mind that not all the matches indicate plagiarism. Some may legitimate quotes, some may be legitimate quotes or common phrases, right? It has been said that if you are quoting something, there is an option that quoted text may be avoided. So that setting may be used, such kind of thing. The common phrases, they will be shown by the software as plagiarized, but these are not considered as plagiarism. So the publisher may sometimes manually look for all such matches, but the better practice is to avoid even those common phrases as well, to be on the safer side. Evaluate the results, examine highlighted matches and assess their severity, determine the similarity. If the similarities are properly cited within acceptable limits, if they indicate potential plagiarism, and you can use your judgment, consider the guidelines and policies provided by the publisher. Okay, take appropriate action. You may sometimes need to edit your document which you just uploaded for the plagiarism check, and you found that there are several issues that one source, let's say for example, any source having plagiarism percentage greater than 5% should not be there. That is the rule for many of the publication houses. And overall, plagiarism should not exceed 20% limit. So individually, 5%, overall 20% and less than that. So you have to take appropriate action. You may need to take further action. This could involve notifying the person responsible, requesting revisions. If you are checking at the publisher side, then you can notify the author, seeking proper citations, reporting the plagiarism to the relevant authority if necessary. If there is really very serious that entire document is plagiarized, that will immediately be rejected. And there can be several flags generated by the publisher as well, that such author copies the published content and submits. Then consecutive word considered. This is sometimes a point of discussion, that how many consecutive words should be considered for plagiarism check. The normal number is 5, and there can be several what should I say, several occasions where 7 words are also considered. But normal case, it is 5 words. 5 words means 5 consecutive words. Okay. There is a term called n-grams. These are sequences of n consecutive words. For example, a 2-gram or bigram could be software identification. A 3-gram or trigram might be software identify plagiarized text. So the choice of many words n to consider depends on the software and the sensitivity of the plagiarism detection. Common values for n in practice ranges from 3 to 6, and the usual value is 5. A system might use larger n-grams for more precise matching, or smaller n-gram for broader matching. Right? If you reduce this value, more number of matches will be found. If you increase this value of n, there will be lesser the chances of matching with someone else's work. Right? So short n-gram and long n-gram, these are two terms usually in practice. These short n-grams help to find common phrases, sentences that reused in different documents. However, longer n-gram is less common, but can help detect larger portions of content copied directly, isn't it? So if you consider n to be 10, so there are several sentences with 10 words, right? So it will check whether this entire sentence has been copied from someone else's work or not. So that is the meaning of n, correct? And then this is how a report will be generated. This has been taken from some internet resource. The citation is already there. You can see downside. See, you can see that 3 number appears here. That means this third source, which is with 12% of plagiarism, has been used by the author to copy the content of this paragraph from this point to this point from here to here. Correct? So such is the meaning of highlights with some number. Say for example, 1 means first source has been used to copy this content. Similarly, there is 2 here. That means second source is used to copy these lines or these words of this paragraph. Correct? So the percentage you can see source wise 14%, 12%, 12%, 7%. Overall, it is 45%. Do we are we going to accept such document with this kind of percentage of similarity? Any idea? Anyone? Is it audible?
हाँ sir, you are audible sir.
So I'm asking the participants whether
Yes sir.
this kind of report is acceptable or not.
Yes,
I
anyone?
Yes, please. Because I just mentioned that 20% is the limit for most of the publication houses and individual limit is 5%. So it violates both the limits 14%, 12%, 12%, 7%. That means all the sources listed here, there is a violation as well as overall violation is also takes place.
Not accepted.
Correct. So this is not accepted. Exactly. Thank you. Okay. So this is the purpose of using the plagiarism detection tool, that before submitting it to some publication house, you please check it. Then overall summary, there will be prerequisites that you should have an account, either institute account or instructor or student account. Then you should also have internet connection, obviously, and then your manuscript ready in the readable format. Then the first step will be, after the prerequisites, that you log into your portal, open the website, enter your credential as was there here, email ID and password. And then open the dashboard. You will be, after login, you will definitely be able to see your dashboard. And then what you have to do, you have to select the class and assignment for plagiarism checking, isn't it? If you are a student, you have to go for your own class and select the particular assignment, and how it appears, I'll definitely show it to you. Step 3, create or configure assignment. If you are an instructor, you can create the assignment. Enable similarity report and choose repository settings. There will be 2 options: to be submitted to repository or no repository. What does it mean? That say there are 7 students. Or 7. First student submits the assignment. It is going for repository. Instructor has set in such a way that whatever a student submits as an assignment will go to repository. Then the similar assignment has been copied by the second student. So first student, when it submits, the detection tool will check this assignment with the online available resources, isn't it? And then say that this is the percentage of your plagiarism. It can be, say, 20% as of now. But the similar assignment, if it is submitted by second student, it will also checks with the previous assignment submitted by first student. So how much should be the percentage now? If the similar same assignment has been copied by the second student, the similarity will be 100% this time. Why? Because it has been submitted to repository. So it will act as an online available document for any document, any tool which is available to you. Correct? So first student may submit the assignment and that will be compared with the online resources only. But second student, when it submits along with the online available resources, it will be checked with the first assignment. Then the third submits, it will be checked with both as well. For first three, fifth, first four. So like that, the detection tool will work. Okay. So it will check whether the students are copying their own assignments or not. Correct? So that is the purpose of repository. And it has been normally utilized by the class teacher or conference organizers. Because it has been found that two similar papers have been submitted simultaneously to the same conference or other conferences as well. So most of the reputed conference houses or conference organizers, what they do, they immediately, once you submit it, they will immediately keep it in the repository. And if you submit the same assignment to any other conference, it will show that it has already been submitted to such a such conference. So that will not be accepted at all. Then step 4 is submit the paper or the document, upload the manuscript and complete the submission. And then step 5, similarity report will be generated, wait for the processing and open the report. So these are 5 steps apart from prerequisites to generate the report. Up to now, you have generated the report. Then you will be assessing the similarity report. So first is similarity percentage is not equal to plagiarism. As we mentioned earlier that it can match the quoted items as well, and it can match the common phrases as well, and universal truth are also there. You see, I mentioned that in beginning of definition, common phrases or knowledge. Okay. Better to even avoid these common phrases, as I mentioned earlier. So there can be different things. So you have to assess whether the similarity content that has been shown by the tool is really a plagiarism. Review the match sources carefully. Exclude the bibliography and quotes if needed. Focus on long continuous matches. You can avoid small matches with 5 words because 5 words is the limit. It will show 5 words, 5 consecutive words. So if there are 1 or 2 occasions of such kind of thing, you can avoid that. Now the best practice is check before final submission. Each time you submit your document, check it for plagiarism. Cite every borrowed idea, figure, or table. Paraphrase genuinely, as I mentioned, that paraphrase can be plagiarism as well. And this is an act. So while you are acting in such a way, you please take your steps cautiously. Keep similarity within your institutes or publishers policy. Correct? Now, what are the main causes of plagiarism? Lack of research, you see, 18%. Lack of time, it is quite bigger, 34%. Careless noting, 26%. Confusion on how to cite sources, 22%. So that is mostly citation-based plagiarism, source-based plagiarism, right? So 34% of the times it has been found that lack of time has forced plagiarism. So to avoid that, the tips is start early. How to avoid that? Begin your research and writing process quite early to avoid last minute stress and rushed work. This may lead to avoid plagiarism. Okay. And then take organized notes, keep track of your sources, jot down notes with proper citations to ensure accurate referencing later. This is what I suggest my students here, that you please note down that from where you have studied this particular equation. You must cite that particular source to avoid such kind of plagiarism. Understand citation styles. Sometimes citation styles, they also matter. Seek help, consult your instructors, librarians, writing centers for guidance on proper citation and avoid the plagiarism. Practice self-awareness. You should be cautious about many things, your work, and ensure that all the borrowed contents are properly cited. Be organized and start early. Record the information, record the sources, paraphrase, reword if it is needed, not all the time. Reference all the sources, and you may ask your faculty member, teacher, professor, librarian, and take help. So the conclusion of this discussion is, afterwards I will try to show you the Turnitin software, that how we can check the plagiarism once we finish this discussion, right? So plagiarism undermines the principles of intellectual honesty. It disregards rights of authors or the creators, and educational institutes, employers, and society as a whole place great importance on the ethical use of information. So you should be cautious, and it is crucial to properly cite, as I have spoken a few times. Adhere to the specific citation guidelines, acknowledge the work of others, individuals, demonstrate respect for intellectual property, contribute to the advancement of the knowledge, maintain their own academic and professional integrity. By doing so, you are maintaining all these attributes. Okay, with this, the presentation is finished. I will switch over to the online detection tool now. But meanwhile, if you people have any question, you can ask.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, this is Rahul Kumar from MNIT Allahabad. Sir, I have a query.
Hmm.
Sir, since nowadays, AI is in the trend, and suppose someone is using any AI platform,
Hmm.
like there is one paragraph, and give command that humanize these words. So, is
Hmm.
it considered in AI plagiarism, or is there, or will that pass from detecting softwares like Trinity and the Grammarly, etc.?
Hmm. See, even humanizers created content has been reported to be identified by the AI detection tool. Let me repeat my sentence. Even after that humanization or humanizer tool, the AI detector has reported that it has been generated using AI. Okay, that is one aspect. Second, if it is really humanized or it is new content, not traditionally matching with any other source, then obviously nobody will be able to report it as plagiarized content. Okay, so that's quite clear. So humanizers, sometimes it works, sometimes it's not. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, any other
Sir, like I want to ask one question, sir. Like source plagiarism, na you discussed about source plagiarism.
Source-based plagiarism, yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So suppose, sir, like I have read Ohm's law in a paper which is published in like 2025, but Ohm's law is proposed earlier only.
Hmm.
So I may read the paper which is published in 2025, but originally Ohm's law was proposed like near about 1990 or some in other papers which I don't know in which paper it was given Ohm's law.
Hmm.
So it's like if I'm again writing Ohm's law and I'm citing paper which is published in 2025. So
Hmm.
is it come under source based plagiarism or there will be no plagiarism like that? I'm asking.
No. See,
Yeah.
it may come under two things.
Yes.
It may be called as source-based plagiarism only when 25 paper is not cited and then original content or the originator has been cited. Ohm's law, whoever has discussed or published first, right?
Yes. Yes.
Not the
Yes.
25 published paper in 2025. So it may
Okay.
not in that sense come under plagiarism. Ohm's
Yes.
law has been used in textbooks, right? So
Yes.
this has now become a common knowledge. So in
Okay.
common knowledge, plagiarism is not applied. As I mentioned that New Delhi is the capital city of India. That is common knowledge. So
Yes,
even
sir.
if it is detected by the plagiarism detection tool, because it has been written many places already
Yeah.
online, isn't it?
Um,
So there, even if you do not cite, it's fine. But if you have studied the same from the 2025 paper, you should cite the same. And it is the responsibility of that particular author, whoever has published in 2025, that he or she should have cited the original author or the original paper or original document. Okay?
yes. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So let me share the tab. Uh, Please let me know if it is visible. I created this assignment just for this class for this ROTW only. So is it visible out there?
Sir, visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
This new tab where
Yeah.
Google is
Yes,
written,
sir.
yes. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just open IEEE Explore and then we'll try to find any paper and then um, any paper I will download and then we'll try to check how much percentage it shows actually. So my paper is there. Okay. No issues. So now the paper has been downloaded. Let us go to the, okay. Before uploading or submitting it for plagiarism detection, let us discuss about this. This is Turnitin tool. So obviously it has been provided by our institute, NIT Jamshedpur. And here you can see that I have currently selected the role of instructor. There are two options available. I can log in as an student, as a student as well, or as an instructor. So currently I am an instructor, right? So I can submit as an instructor as well as on behalf of the student as well, correct? So ROTW is the class. You can create many classes here. As you can see, most of the classes have they have expired already. So this ROTW is only active up till 31st December 2026. That is this year only. And there are two options. Either you, as an instructor, there are two options. Either you create any class And within that class, you have to create any assignment, or multiple assignments may also be created. And then you can check the plagiarism. Or there is a button here. You can see whether I'm able to highlight it or not. This cursor you can follow. Quick submit. So without even creating any class or assignment, you can directly land into this quick submit button. And there is a button submit. So let us first check here. Okay. So dashboard, you will find all classes tab, join account tab, and then quick submit tab. So go to the quick submit and then submit while you have logged in as an instructor only. So you can select the sources with which it will compare your document. So internet, student papers are those which have been submitted to repository, as I mentioned earlier, and search periodicals, journals, and publications. And there is another option, submit papers to. Here you will find standard paper repository or no repository and no repository. If you select the first option, your submitted document will also be submitted online. Whenever others search for their plagiarism, your document will also be considered as an online resource. So your contents may not be copied by them as well. Correct? But normal practice is, since you have to publish your paper somewhere else, so no repository option should be selected. Submit. And then there will be three options. Single file upload, cut paste upload. We normally avoid this. Zip file upload, single file upload, or multiple file upload. So since we have to check one file only, so single file upload option will be selected. Here you can select, you can provide the details, the name, first name, last name, submit title, random paper, and then you can choose this file from the computer. There is an option of choosing this from Dropbox as well as drives as well. Okay. So I have selected the paper. What is the consider estimation based while relaying scheme for certain compensated line. Upload. It will show you the overview that this is the author name, title is quick submit, submission title is random paper, file name is this, file size is this, page count this, word count this, character counts this. And this is the preview. Okay. Once you are okay with it, and continue. Confirm. Now it has accepted. Congratulations, your submission is complete. This is your digital receipt. You can print a copy of this receipt from within the document viewer. Okay. So let us go to the assignment inbox. Correct. Now, if somehow you have submitted your document to the repository, you must copy or retain this submission ID, because this ID may only be used to remove your particular document from the repository by the Turnitin. You cannot remove it. Let me repeat it again. If accidentally you have selected your paper to be submitted to repository and it has gone for repository, you should have this submission ID. Then only the Turnitin will be able to remove your paper from the repository. Correct? You nor your administrator will be able to remove it from the repository. There will be a request sent by your administrator to the Turnitin that this submission ID should be removed from the repository. So go to the assignment inbox. Here you will see that 92% of the contents have been shown as plagiarized. So let us open the report. Here, if you click to the title, you will be able to download the originally submitted paper. If you click on the similarity, you will be able to submit the see the report. Sorry, here if you click, you will get the file. So is this pop-up window visible to you? I think not. It's not. Is it? Which I am rotating?
Yeah, it is visible, sir.
This pop-up window. where the report is
Pop-up
generated.
pop-up window is not visible.
Okay, so let me share it once more. Now it is. Huh? Is it visible?
It is visible. It is visible.
Yes. So you can see this is how the report will be generated. It is showing that internet resources, it is 85%, publication 85% submitted to NIT, this and that, repository 2%. So most of the items have been shown as copied, isn't it? Here you can see, once you click it, you will find positive sequence phasor estimation based title, Om Hari Gupta and Manoj Tripathi, Electrical Engineering Department, IIT Roorkee, VML IDs and whatever. So it has been copied from there since it is already published. So obviously it will be showing as copied content, right? And you see there is an option regarding reference. Currently, the references are also shown as copied, but the normal practice is to avoid the references while checking the plagiarism, right? So how to change the setting? There should be setting of exclude bibliography. Here you can see right corner. Once you do it and apply changes, these references will not be shown as copied. So you can see that it has avoided the references, right? Apart from that, you can see the sources. So it is listing the sources with which the contents of this paper are matching. Okay. And there is an option. Sometimes what happens whenever you are submitting your PhD thesis or MTech dissertation, and you have to check whether your plagiarism is beyond 20% limit or below 20% limit. And when you check, you find that it is matching with your own publications, right? Normally, the institute encourages you to publish your work in reputed journals and conferences. So once you do so, and when you submit your thesis, it will match all those publications with all those publications, right? So you have to remove your own published work when checking your dissertation or thesis, correct? So here you have that option of exclude sources. So exclude source button, once you click, what you will do, your own publications you will select and then remove all those publications. Here you can see. So I am removing Om Hari Gupta. Although this document will appear in n number of sources, ResearchGate or several repository or whatever. So there may be many sources, or depending upon your publication, there may be many sources. If I exclude something like this, so it is now 90% only because it has been copied in many online resources, ResearchGate, etc. Correct? So this is how you can control the sources. Downside, you can see that AI is written out there and the percentage 0% is shown, right? Once you click here, there will be pop-up window again. So let me switch over to that. Yes, is it visible now?
Visible.
So here you can see 0% detected as AI. So similar submission will give you both the reports, AI detection report as well as traditional plagiarism detection report. So you can see obviously it was published way back in which year? 2016, 2016. So obviously there was no AI generative tool available, obviously. So nobody could have copied or prepared contents using AI. So 0% AI detection is there, correct? So this is how you can use this AI plagiarism detection tool and accordingly check how many contents have been plagiarized and how to take caution about it. Okay, what action should be taken. So this is it from my side. Dr. Prajapati, please let me know if it is okay or you want anything more from my side. Please, over to you.
Yeah, I think from my side it is okay, sir, and thank you. And sir, if you want, you can show how anyone can filter their content from the particular papers. Like if someone is deducting their thesis and he is also having papers, then
Mhm.
how they can
Okay.
suppose you are checking thesis and your student thesis and your student has also published papers.
Mhm.
So yeah, yes, sir.
So as I mentioned here, you just click on this source button. This one already clicked. Let me, this one. Once
Yes.
you keep the cursor over this option, all sources will come out to be, and all sources will be listed here. And if you have to exclude any of the sources, that is your own published paper, you can just click exclude and then select any particular source. And mind you, once you are doing this, it is not that next time when you upload this paper, it won't match with it. That's not the case. Only for this particular paper upload, it is removing these sources, right? Next time you upload in your own login, it will again show all these removed sources as well. So let me exclude these by 22 sources. So now you see the plagiarism has reduced to 15% only because I have removed most of the online portals already. You see, so this is how you can remove your own published papers while submitting your thesis or dissertation, right? And apart from that, there are settings to exclude bibliography, and you can change the word limit as well. And you can have option to exclude the quotes here. I have not selected that option because most of the cases they include that quoted text as well, right? They are quite, you know, particular about this. So this is how, as
Yeah.
if any other thing you want, I can show it to you, please.
Sir, I think AI content like here it is showing 0%.
Hmm.
And if, yeah,
It is
so if,
0%. Once you click on
yeah,
this, a new pop-up
G,
window will appear just like this,
yeah,
and their entire copied content from the AI will be shown with the percentage and detail as well.
yes.
It it
And,
won't tell you the tool by which you have generated, but it will just say that these are the AI contents.
um, so I think, sir, now there is any no rule na ki how much percentage AI should be there that will be acceptable.
See, this tool will show you AI percentage whenever it is greater than 20%. Less than
Yes.
20%, it is not showing you the AI contents. Why? Because it assumes that there may be false detection as well. So to avoid that false
Yeah.
detection, once the 20% limit is exceeded, it will show you the AI contents. Yes. And the
Hmm.
similar tool, normally all the tools provide you the similar kind of report whenever you see it with the authenticate or any other cross-ref or any other tool, a similar kind of report will be generated. There may not be much difference.
Hmm. Yes, sir. Sir, one more doubt regarding AI content. Like, sir, plagiarism means it is coming from the document which are already published. Then it is
Yes.
coming under plagiarism, under coming plagiarism.
Hmm.
But if it is AI is showing that it is 20 means 30%,
Hmm.
40%. So there
Hmm.
is no any proof from where it has been taken that paragraphs or that thing. So
Hmm.
is it under plagiarism or it is just ki you we have taken help of AI, that's it?
If it is under AI or if it is under traditional plagiarism.
No, no, it is under AI. In traditional, it is
Ah,
like in
AI
20%.
it won't classify the tool. It will just
Yes.
say these are the AI generated content. That's it. It won't say you, it won't tell you that it is ChatGPT generated or Google AI or any Quillboard or any other tool you have used for that. It won't classify that. It will simply say these are the contents that I have highlighted. These are generated using AI.
Yes.
Yes.
So, any participant, if you have any queries regarding your Turnitin plagiarism or any other, then you may ask with sir. Sir is here with us. So I think no one is having queries, sir. So can I conclude the session now?
Yes, please.
Okay, so thank you very much, sir, for delivering such a enlightening and engaging lecture. Your valuable insights, practical experiences, and thoughtful discussions have greatly enriched our understanding of the topic. I am confident that all the participants have benefited immensely from your expert guidance. We sincerely appreciate the time and effort you have devoted to this session despite of your busy schedule. On the behalf of organizing committee and all the participants, I express our heartfelt gratitude to you. Once again, thank you very much, sir. We wish you good health, happiness, and continued success in all your future endeavors. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
So,
you so much, Dr. Prajapati. Thank you for having me on
thank,
board. Looking forward. Thank
thank
you
you,
so
sir.
much.
Thank you. Yes, so all the participants are requested, you may leave and we will continue in the session at 4 p.m. So at 4 p.m., Dr. Ajisek from NIT Patna, he will deliver his lecture. So please be present at another session. This will start at sharp 4 p.m. So thank you once again, everyone.